Is it better to diet on carbs or fats? Wrong question. The question is, which one helps you stay in a calorie deficit without destroying your training or your hormones? I'm gonna show you how to pick it in the next 5 minutes, the same exact way I do with all of my clients. What's up, guys? Hey, welcome to the video. Listen, if you're new to me, my name is Kyle Settles. I've been in the fitness industry for over a decade. I've opened many successful gyms, and I've helped thousands of people lose weight and keep it off for good, okay? Including myself. At one point in my life, I was lost, I was confused, and I was 100 pounds overweight. So I get it, okay? But I promise you, if you stick with me, by the end of this video, you're gonna know exactly what to do to lose weight and keep it off for good, okay? Now, before we get started in the video, okay, if you're looking for coaching, if you're looking for a course, and you're looking for a community, down below in the description, hit the link, and I'll see you inside. Let's go. Now, the question I wanna answer real quick is, what actually makes you fat, right? What makes us put on body fat? And listen, guys, it always comes down to calories in, calories out, okay? If we're eating more calories than our body is burning, we're gonna consume fat, right? So it's very important that whatever system, right, whatever strategy, whatever diet you're following, you can be consistent with, right? Something that's simple, something that's repeatable, and something that you can do forever. That is how we lose fat and keep it off for good. Now we're gonna set up the perfect fat loss day, okay? How to set up your macros. Now listen, when it comes to how many calories do you need, you gotta start somewhere. And for reference, we're just gonna use 2,000 calories. But if you're wondering, like, how do I figure out how many calories do I need? Okay, there's a couple different ways. Okay, number one, you can track your calories for a week, okay? Track your weigh-ins, and then see what your average per day calories were, right? Track the data, okay? Or you can just take your goal weight, okay? You're 250 pounds, you wanna weigh 200 pounds, and times it by 10, 11, or 12. 10 if you wanna be more aggressive, 12 if you wanna be less aggressive, okay? Or just go in the middle. So 22 times 11, or 2,000 times 11, that's what, 2,100 calories you could go with. But we're just gonna go with 2,000 calories for reference. Now listen, the first thing that you wanna figure out is protein, okay? You want around 0.8 to 1 gram times your lean body mass. If you don't know what your lean body mass is, guys, just go off your goal weight, okay? If you wanna weigh 200 pounds and you're 250 pounds, just take 0.8 times 200, okay? That's gonna be 160, okay? So protein is 160 grams, but it could be 200, 160 to 200 grams of protein. Listen, guys, 160 is more than enough protein, okay? If you go 170, 180, 190, or 200, awesome, okay? Maybe more protein is gonna help you feel full, it's gonna help you keep you satiated, but from a building muscle or maintaining muscle standpoint, 160 grams is all you need, guys. Don't overcomplicate it, okay? Next, we wanna figure out fats, okay? I always say, don't go under 20% of total calories, okay? I don't wanna go any lower than 20%. Why? I don't wanna affect my joints, my brain function, my hormones, my libido. If we start going too low in fat, it's just not good for our health, okay? I'm not gonna dive in too much to the science. Just elementary layman's terms, you don't want to go too low. Like each macronutrient serves a purpose in the human body, okay? And if we go too low on fats, you're gonna start feeling negative effects, okay? So no lower than 20%, okay? And 20% of 2,000 calories, that's anywhere from 45 to 55 grams of fat, okay? Now, carbs is what we fill in last, okay? Carbs are always last. Protein first, then fats, and then the remaining calories, which is around 700 calories that are left after I take my calories from protein and fat, that's gonna leave me with 175 grams of carbs, okay? So I've got the perfect fat burning day. I know that this is a calorie deficit. Now I can be consistent, now I can track, now I can actually have a strategy and make a plan going into the day, okay? Now, what if okay? The question is, what if I want more fats? Which one's better? Higher carbs or higher fat? Well, listen, guys, we know my protein is gonna stay the same, right? Well, what if we wanted to take my fats up, okay, and bring my carbs down? Well, heck, I could just go 30, 40%. So 90 grams of fat, okay? So let's do some simple math here. 35 grams of carbs, okay? Same calories, I just raised my fat and I lowered my carbs. And listen, guys, I know I'm doing math on the whiteboard. This is totally old school. I could have the apps or the trackers, the food apps, MyFitnessPal, whatever you're using, it does this for you. But when you're seeing this on the whiteboard and you're seeing how I'm doing it and where the calories and macros are coming from, it helps you have a better understanding. So old school is always the best, I'm telling you. Then when you understand, then you can start using the technology that we have, right? You can use ChatGPT, you can use all of these things. But if we skip the basics, the fundamentals, you're always gonna be screwed, okay? So there's a couple different ways of how you can figure out your macros, okay? Now, when it comes to fats, okay, when do I wanna have my higher fats? When do I wanna have more fats and less carbs in my diet? Well, let's talk about that. Well, maybe you're an older person, or maybe you're a more sedentary person, or maybe you just enjoy more fats in your diet. You love nuts, you love avocados, you love oils, you love all those foods. Well, listen, guys, you would be a person and you don't work out as intense. Your training, your performance isn't necessarily a massive focus. Well, heck, maybe you keep your fats a little bit higher and you lower your carbs. Now, let's look at the other person, okay? Maybe you're like me, you love to train hard, you're always active, your steps are through the roof, you love to do cardio, you love to lift heavy weights. You're a more active person. Performance is important to you. Then your carbs would be high, guys, right? I want more carbs. I want as much volume and food as possible in my diet. So I would go more carbs and less fat, right? But what you need to understand, though, at the end of the day, right, it's always gonna come down to calories. It's always gonna come down to calories in versus calories out, right? If we're burning more calories than we're consuming, then we're going to lose weight. But if we're eating more calories than we are burning, then we're going to gain weight, period, okay? Now the strategy, right? Remember, your protein is a set number, okay? You need X amount of protein per day, period, okay? And you saw on the whiteboard, if my goal was 200, 160 to 200 grams of protein a day. I can pick 160, 170, any of those numbers between 160 and 200 is totally fine. But you gotta understand though, after protein is set, don't go below 20% on your fats, but it's up to you, it's preference. At the end of the day, it's always calories in and calories out. Guys, there's been so many different studies, research. There's people that have done the Twinkie diets for weeks and weeks, or the McDonald's diet, or the candy diet, where they're literally eating shit. They're eating junk food, but they're maintaining their calories, right? They're in a caloric deficit, and they're still losing weight. Okay, now their health markers or the way they feel may be off, but at the end of the day, if we're trying to lose weight, right, fat loss is our goal. Listen, the strategy that you can stick to that works for you is the one that you want to stick with, right? And it may be trial and error in the beginning. You may have to try something for a week or a couple days to see how you feel, how your digestive system is working, right? How your performance is, etc., right? But you got to do what works for you. Just remember, you can't outrun the fork though, right? If our overall calories are off, then we're not going to lose fat, right? Because we have to be in a caloric deficit, okay? So listen, I hope this video helped you. Make sure you guys comment down below. Let me know what you're struggling with. Let me know if this video made sense to you, okay? And if you're struggling with figuring all of this out, how many calories, protein, make sure you guys hit the link down below in the description. I've got a free course for you guys. And again, if you want community, if you want coaching, I've got you, okay? So hit that link. I'll see you inside, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.